Good morning. This is here if you need it. I don't know where you are or what time you're seeing this, but it's Thursday for me, probably 8 a.m. And my train is right on schedule. And so is yours. I think so much of, not even I think, I know so much of my inner dialogue for a very, very, very long time surrounded timing or being late or seeing this perceivable window of opportunity, seeing this sort of expiration date on your own vitality, your own dreams, your own capacity. And when I started to really unlock things within me just on a personal level and getting to know the God that we all are, that unifying one source that we all are, I think that was the very first pillar that had to crumble. That was the very first, that was the rock that was guarding the door, that was the stone that needed to be rolled away. This idea of being late, this idea of missing my moment. I know that's right. And I know if there's someone out here watching this that you know exactly what I'm talking about, because that is something that has been truly indoctrinated into us. This concept of your window, your time, limited time. Gotta do this now, and if it's not, well, I guess it's over. I always felt like if I was constructing the world to be ruled, to have a bunch of people who'd fall in line, I would engineer it in a way where they feel like their own personal dreams and their own personal ideas of fulfillment had expiration dates. And if they didn't see it hit by their imaginary marker, then they would just fall in line and become another cog in the machine, and never really go back and, although they might question it, never really fully embody it. That's how I'd get you. And I think that's something that, like I said, when I first started to really unpack and sit with myself, there was other things that I was starting to align with, but that was the thing that when it happened, it truly felt like a levee broke, and that for a better term, that stream of consciousness, if you will, really came through. Your train is right on schedule. And people, say that, but I need you to know that and mean that. Your train is right on schedule. It's all been divinely timed. And the greatest thing about this mind is, right, that the I am that we are is, by declaring that, it is prophetic to your own life. The instant you say to yourself, like, hey, this is all on time, this is exactly how it's supposed to be, I got news for you. It is. That steadfast faith and that holding to it is the, it is the momentum, it is the current, it is the thing that pulls what is truly meant for you towards you. And I've been experiencing this a ton I feel like I'm only getting sharper. I'm only getting smarter, wiser, more creative, more capable the more I lean into, or rather I lean out of time. They use the clock to control us. And it's the easiest way to do it. Think of it, it's the easiest way to do it. It creates imaginary thresholds and benchmarks that we feel like if we aren't here to do this at XYZ date, then it's just not. And I just don't believe it. Especially now. We live in a time where the truth is becoming more and more unavoidable to everyone, to everybody. It's becoming more and more inescapable. It's becoming more and more obvious. And they're fighting. They are fighting to keep the old way. And that's what this threshold experience is that we're all in right now. You feel it. And I feel like what is crumbling is that very control of perception. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. You are exactly, the version of you that you need in this moment. But you can't unlock that until you accept it. You can't, honestly, that's the fucked up game. That's what I remember. That was me thinking, like, the most fucked up part of all this was the fact that, like, I needed and begged and pleaded for something outside of myself to give me the confirmation I was looking for, to then go, all right, well, as soon as I see this, then I know it's on. Then I'm unlocking it. Then I'm really gonna let it rip, And it was, most epiphanies for me feel like punchlines, They feel like punchlines to a joke. And I remember the laughter that overcame me when it really resonated that, wow, like, it all comes from me. There is nothing that can be done for me that will create that kind of access to that inner creator, And so there's good news. And the good news is your train is right on schedule. You arrived just in time. Now, it's your job to take yourself to the platform to get on it, though. Forgive me, these are stream of consciousness, so this could be whether it be a cheesy metaphor or at best a half-baked one. The idea that, like, you're at Grand Central Station. You're at Grand Central Station, Your train is on schedule, but you gotta take yourself to the platform. It's not gonna, you're not gonna get a chaperone to come through to take you over there. Come on, plane. It's up to you. And that's great news. You just have to give yourself the permission now. And I just think for me, when I started giving myself that permission, when I started saying, like, hey, there is no one running this race. There is no race. Life is a string of moment to moment to moment, and the instant you allow yourself to feel like, wow, the best is yet to come for real. And I don't mean like And believe me, I fooled myself. I was very capable of thinking it but not knowing it, you know? And that knowing comes from solitude and your own inner spaciousness. But that's the point of all this, you know? No matter where we're going, you're going to be you when you get there. And I think that for me is imperative. It's imperative to understand that. And so, who are you taking with you? It's all a gift, and not in some cliche shit sense, not in some like, oh, you know, if you just think positive, then good things. Like, I get it, and I feel like I'm into this ministry and this understanding and this personal ownership, and I could also have like a cringe towards some of the behaviors around it. And I sometimes I ask myself why, and I think it's just because I more and more and more often just keep realizing that there's nothing that I could tell you that you don't already know at some level. And all I could ever do for anybody is you know, hand you a permission slip, but you got to sign it. You got to take ownership with it. And so you don't need anybody but yourself. You need to just give yourself the permission to access the fact that the best is yet to come for you. Truly. Truly. No lip service. For real. Your train is right on schedule. No better time than now. No better place than here. You know? It's a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing. So take that with you. I'm going to take it with me. And as always, this is here if you need it.